Hello and welcome back. It's been such a gloomy and windy few days here, with weather warnings that did not spare my garden either. And most of my flowering plants took a hit. So this morning I decided to save the ones that were still blooming and bring them indoors because fresh flowers instantly lift the mood. These are white narcissus, also known as bridal crown, a beautiful variety of daffodils, and I absolutely love how delicate they look with such a soft, sweet fragrance that fills the whole room. While I was managing things inside, my husband has already started working on prepping the garden for summer, as we are planning to redo it all with a fresh new flower bed. And I can't wait for the garden to be filled with beautiful summer blooms again. As it was a long weekend, we were all craving something warm, comforting, and a little special. So I had planned a simple Indian dinner menu tonight. I had already boiled some potatoes, sweet potatoes, and beetroot, and made homemade paneer just to make things a little easier for the day.
Give me love, give me all your love.
To begin with, I started preparing the dough. I took about 250 ml of warm water, making sure it wasn't too hot, just warm enough. To it, I added 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of dry yeast, and mixed it well. Then I covered it and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, allowing the yeast to activate.
Yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay.
Next, I wanted to share something exciting with you, the Dome 2.0 air fryer from Typhur. Honestly, when I heard an air fryer with 360-degree heating technology, dual heating elements, multifunctional cooking options, and even a self cleaning mode, I was very curious and excited to try it out. It's also a smart air fryer that connects to Wi Fi so you can control it right from your phone, which sounded super convenient. Unboxing it, I really loved how sleek and modern it looks. Very premium, compact yet sturdy. The basket is quite spacious too, perfect for larger portions like pizzas, rotis, or even homemade naan. What really stood out is the dual heating elements. Unlike regular air fryers with heat only on top, this one has it both on top and bottom, so the food cooks more evenly with less flipping. It also comes with a crispier plate with a small handle, which is really handy. I often get questions about the coating and materials used in air fryers. Typhur has been really transparent about it, and it clearly mentions that it's completely PFOA and PFAS free, and the basket has a ceramic non-stick coating. To explore all these features, I simply scanned the QR code from the manual, downloaded the app, and paired the air fryer with my phone. If you're interested in checking it out, I will leave all the details in the description box below, along with a special 10% discount code for you. To start preparing the dough in the stand mixer bowl, I took about 3 cups of whole wheat flour. You can always adjust the proportions and mix in refined flour if you prefer. To that, I added about 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then poured in the activated yeast mixture I had prepared earlier. Then I started kneading it using my stand mixer until it came together into a soft, smooth dough. Once the dough was ready, I covered it with a moist cloth and let it rest for about 3 to 4 hours. Depending on the local weather, the dough might take a bit longer or shorter to rise. Next in the menu, I plan to make this special recipe Malai Kofta. But instead of frying them in the traditional way, I decided to try air frying them with the Dome 2.0. To prepare the kofta, I took 2 large boiled potatoes and around 250 to 300 grams of homemade paneer. To it, I added some basic spices, red chili powder, jeera powder, salt, freshly chopped coriander, along with a few chopped cashew and raisins for a little texture and richness. To bind the mixture, I added about 2 tablespoons of corn flour and 1 tablespoon of maida and mixed everything really well. Then I brushed some oil on my palms and shaped the mixture into small round kofta balls. Malai Kofta is one of my all time favorite dishes. It's rich, indulgent, and full of flavor. I simply love it because it's pure comfort food, and this recipe is extra special, perfect for treating the family to something different and delicious at home. If you're enjoying homemaking content like this, please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It will mean a lot. Switching on the Dome 2.0, I noticed the display shows temperature in both Celsius and Fahrenheit, and you can easily change it using the top and the bottom arrows. It also comes with multifunctional cooking menus like toast, grill, air fry, and more. Connecting it to Wi Fi was simple, and I paired it with the app to control everything from my phone. I also really like the safety feature. Even with the app control, you still have to manually press start on the air fryer itself, which feels reassuring. Next, I brushed some oil in the air fryer basket and arranged the kofta balls. This is what I love about the Dome 2.0, the basket size. It was roomy enough that I could fit 15 to 20 koftas with space between each. So they cooked evenly on all sides instead of clustering together. I set the temperature to 180 degrees Celsius and started cooking for 10 minutes. The app also lets you monitor the cooking progress directly from your phone, which is so handy. After 10 minutes, the koftas were beautifully cooked. I gently brushed a little oil on them, flipped them, and returned them to the air fryer for another 10 minutes to get that perfect golden crisp we all love for Malai Kofta.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road.
Next, I started preparing the gravy. I roughly chopped some onions and in a pan I added oil, a few whole spices along with the onions, sauteing them for a few minutes until golden. Meantime, I realized I was running low on ghee, so I quickly started preparing some ghee with unsalted butter in another pot while the onions cooked. Once the onions turned translucent, I added some cashews to bring richness to the gravy, along with a cube of homemade ginger garlic paste, and let it cook for a few more minutes. Meanwhile, the koftas were ready. Just look at that golden crispy color. Next, I added 1.5 tomatoes along with some basic powdered spices and sauteed everything for a few minutes, adding little water.
It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you.
Now it was time to prepare some healthy starters. Sweet potato beetroot tikki. I had some boiled beetroot, remaining paneer, and 2 boiled sweet potatoes along with 2 small boiled regular potatoes. I mixed everything together and added some freshly chopped coriander, raisins, and cashews. To give it a chatpata twist, I also added black salt and chaat masala along with basic spices like red chili, cumin powder, and salt.
When it is freeze.
For binding, I used 1 tablespoon of corn flour and 2 to 3 tablespoons of rice flour, mixed everything together, and shaped them in small tikkis. Once ready, I placed the tikkis in the freezer for about an hour before air frying.
Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day. I'm gonna let the past.
For a sweet touch to complete the meal, I decided to make mango lassi using some store-bought mango pulp I had. In a blender, I simply combined 1.5 cups of mango pulp, 2 cups of yogurt, a big tablespoon of freshly grounded green cardamom, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar. Blended everything until smooth and creamy.
Sad words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried.
I served it in these cute chai cups I had from India and garnished them with finely chopped pistachios, almonds, and few dried rose petals. Look at them, so creamy, thick, indulgent, and full of mango goodness. This lassi is pure bliss in a glass. You can also make them with fresh mangoes once they are in season. At the end, I chilled them in the fridge for a few hours before serving.
I was at the wrong place at the right time. 'Cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes.
Once the onions and tomatoes were well cooked with the spices, I let the mixture cool slightly before blending it into a smooth paste. Then in the same pan, added 2 tablespoons of ghee, some shahi jeera, then poured in the blended gravy. Sauteed it gently and added a little water, letting it cook until the oil started separating from the mixture. A quick tip, gravies like this can splatter a lot, so I use a splatter screen to keep my countertop and cooktop clean.
I wanna love out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder, love a little louder.
Another feature I really love about the Dome 2.0 is its self-cleaning mode. It makes cleaning the air fryer so easy and hassle-free. With the self-cleaning mode, it can decompose the grease and grime from the top cavity with high heat. Next, I air fried the tikkis at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes while the Malai Kofta gravy was almost ready. I added some fresh cream and 2 tablespoons of sugar to balance the flavors and finished it with a sprinkle of dried fenugreek leaves and a drizzle of freshly prepared ghee. The dough for naan has also fluffed up and doubled in size, so I rolled it out, brushed it with homemade garlic butter, sprinkled some sesame seeds on top, and placed it in the air fryer along with the tikki, which were halfway done. In just about 5 minutes, the naan was perfectly golden, crisp, and absolutely gorgeous.
Maybe I never knew what I really wanted, but looking back I can see it's all clear.
For plating, I arranged the tikkis on a bed of fresh lettuce to give that restaurant-style presentation, paired with some fresh salad and homemade pudina, mint, and sweet chutney on the side.
Oh, it hurts.
For the Malai Kofta, I spreaded a base layer of the creamy gravy, placed the koftas on top, and drizzled a little more gravy and fresh cream over them. The colors, textures, and aromas came together beautifully, rich, comforting, and absolutely delicious.
Oh, it hurts to grow up, 'cause nothing makes sense. No, nothing makes sense anymore.
And of course, when my son saw the Dome 2.0, he instantly demanded pizza. So I used the same dough to make a whole wheat pizza base, and using store-bought pizza sauce, made Margherita using the preset pizza mode on the Typhur Dome 2.0. It came out perfectly cooked, golden, and just the right crisp.
That I wouldn't grow wiser for each day. Am I the only one lost in translation, where nothing makes sense anymore?
By evening, everything was ready and I plated all the dishes together. Malai Kofta I served with some saffron pulao, tikkis with chutneys, naan, pizza, and of course the mango lassi. Seeing all these vibrant dishes on the table with colors, textures, and aromas mingling felt so satisfying and cozy, like a special homemade feast. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.